This is Rene Enriquez. Nickname Boxer. Black Hand of the Mexican Mafia. Prison gang politics.
Hey folks, my name is Rene Enriquez. Welcome to Uncensored. We got another episode of Wicked Women here of the MA. And this is a banger. This is Lisa Barboa and Michael Sperling. This call occurred around 2014 from the Los Angeles County Jail when Lalo was still alive. I believe it was 2014. Lalo was still alive, and they're actually taking over the wayside facilities for Lalo Martinez, Mexican Mafia member, who overdosed in Los Angeles County Jail while waiting trial for a murder. That was actually my case. I had testified against Lalo in the prelim when Matt Fletcher was representing him, and I remember that exchange pretty darn well. But this is really overt stuff here. It's not even thinly coded or veiled. So I'm going to run the audio, and it's an extensive call, so this is going to be a multi-part series here. I wanted to bring you some different content, like women and associates, not just members, because we have a ton. I have a ton of stuff, and I thought you guys would get a kick out of listening to some of these women and the power they wielded. And one of the things you'll note in this call is that Lisa is the brains of the operation, and Michael is kind of like the dum-dum. So let me start that call for you now, and you'll hear how it unfolds.
Thank you for using Global Tellink.
Hi.
Hi, Big Daddy. Are you ready to take over the world?
Uh-oh. He called you?
Yep.
And what did he say?
All right, there's a new P.O. box number. There'll be a different phone number real soon. And yes, Buddy can assist you because I told him how good he's been to you and to me and to this.
All right.
And I had to go get a different line that nobody's gonna have, not even you.
All right.
There's only gonna be 3 people that have that number.
Okay.
And then somebody called today and told me about the shit that happened. So I let him know, and he said no. Hell no. We already said we already said.
Let me stop it right there and interject real quick. This is in a period when women were like deeply embedded in the organization. They were used as secretaries, they were used as cutouts, as communications, as mail drops, as money drops. And here you're hearing Lisa Barboa talk about having the conversation with Lalo Martinez, that she's going to have her own specific number with him, she's getting a new P.O. box, and he's approving things through her. And they're getting into a situation now where she heard something and she related to him and he knocked it down immediately. So let's get back into this call. Just keep in mind that this is the era when women were heavily involved in the daily activities of the organization. This was a common practice that came about when all the members were isolated during indeterminate shoot terms in California Department of Corrections. They had no choice but to turn to women who were their facilitators to kind of effectuate their edicts and their wants and their orders. And women would relay these messages and assume a mantle of power. So this is no small thing for a woman, right? Everybody thinks of this glass ceiling in the organization. I mean, and that exists. There's Mexican Mafia members are chauvinistic, machistas. They're like macho guys, right? And women hold no position of power in the eyes of the organization. But the reality is that women held positions of power. Some of them, I dare say, were more powerful than Mexican Mafia members, some of the señoras. Here, this is not a señora, but a secretary that's working for Lalo Martinez. Let's hear this unfold now.
He said, hell no, we already said who's got that. And if this fool ain't careful, then whatever happens, happens.
Who's this fool you're talking about?
Hold on, I'll tell you right now. Trouble from Lil Valley.
Hey. 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 Give me a pencil. No, I got it, my boy. I got it.
He's in 724.
Huh?
Came back. He's in 724. He got a verbal,
Huh?
and only a verbal. Wouldn't say who he received it from, but that he's got all of sevens, and that everybody needs to give him everything. So Jay's gonna call me Slick's gonna call me at 10:30. So Slick told him not until we get confirmation, you ain't getting shit.
So let's stop it right there. Let's break that. Let's unpack that, right? They're talking about trouble from Lil Valley, who's in 724, so they're obviously in medium north. And this individual trouble from Lil Valley is collecting, right? Everything goes to him. That's what they're saying. And they're running makes on him now. That he received a verbal, which is a verbal order, that he was running it, and they're running makes on him now. Oh, and let me correct myself. I said 2014. This had to be prior to 2013 because Lalo Martinez died in June of 2013. So it had to be prior to that. Well, this is when obviously he was around, so it had to be prior to that time period. I have the specific timestamp on the call in a file somewhere, but I was negligent in my research duties and didn't pull it up for you.
But who's this dude?
Trouble from Lil Valley.
Oh. Okay. So listen, run that by me again. He's trying to.
He came back from CCB saying that he's got all of sevens now. That he got a verbal.
Okay.
And they told him they ain't giving him shit until they get a confirmation.
All right.
Oh, and I gotta call this man right now with you on the line, huh?
Who?
Huh? What do you think?
Huero?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he don't speak English, right?
It's alright. He speaks a little bit of English. There's somebody there that does. Hold on.
All right.
So Huero was a major facilitator for some of the brothers on the streets. He was obviously on the streets. I heard Fox mention Huero before, and here you're going to listen to them speak directly with Huero, who is in direct communication with the carnales.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bueno.
Hello, Huero.
Hey, Wilson. Hey, what's up?
Hey, how you doing, homeboy?
All right.
So, huh?
How you been?
I've been good, man. I've been just hanging out, trying to not get too much time. You know, I've been going at it in this courtroom.
Orale. Yeah, that's cool.
So what's going on?
Well, nothing. I just got yesterday. I just got a word from Tio.
Okay.
So we start taking everything.
Okay.
So look, Speedy has he sentenced him on the 27th.
Let me stop right there. That was pretty overt message from Huero. He says, I just got a word from Tio that we're taking everything. Tio is a common euphemism used to describe a carnal, right? It's familial terminology that they use. Primo, Tio, my tia. But Tio is specifically for a Mexican Mafia member, right? So they're going to start taking everything now in terms of hot money, kitty money, everything that comes in, the Mexican Mafia wants as part of it from the county jail system. And this was part of Operation Kity Scam. And Operation Kity Scam was a thing where Lalo Martinez would collect commissary, had representatives all over the county jail system, when people went to commissary, they'd have to pay $1 for every $10, right? So if you went for 20 bucks, you're giving up $2 worth of items, right? And they throw whatever it is, soap, bag of chips, whatever, you're throwing it into this pile called the kitty. They would then, the representatives who did the collections, take that commissary and sell it to other inmates who were doing online orders, right? Say your family wanted to send you a care package online. They would approach those individuals and ask, is your family sending you a package? Yes, they would say. Well, how much are they going to send you the package for? What's the value of the package they're sending you? Well, my mom's going to send me a $25 care package. So they would in turn say, well, for that 25 bucks, we'll give you 35 bucks or 40 bucks worth of commissary right now. Just have the money sent to this address, this P.O. box that we have. And in 1 year alone, during the investigation, Operation Kity Scam, Lalo made about $300,000. So like I mentioned this before, it's a really ingenious way to take a legitimized form of commerce in the county jail and make illegal money from it. And what you're listening to are called overt acts, right, in furtherance of the conspiracy. So Lalo has this major conspiracy going on to control the county jail, to control all income, illicit activities, and all financial gain from those respective facilities. And each act, each thing that you do in furtherance, like say, do a phone call. I talked to Lalo, Lalo told me this. And then I relay that message, hey, Jim, Lalo says this. That's an overt act, right? It's in furtherance, you're promoting the conspiracy, right? So you're hearing a number of overt acts being committed here in the grand scheme of things. And I know that a lot of people aren't familiar with the criminal justice system in California or anywhere for that matter, right? But after you've been exposed to it for decades, you kind of catch on, right? So I caught on to this stuff, and I'm thinking about it like a prosecutor, right? Like, how would they prosecute this case? And you're seeing this laid out, a perfect template for prosecution here. We'll continue with the call.
700.
Who's it? Speedy?
Yeah, Speedy from Primera Flat.
Where's he at?
He's right here with me on the street.
Okay. And what'd you say about 2,700?
Yeah, he's on the 2,700.
Oh, okay, yeah. I heard his son was over there, okay?
Yeah, so he started taking everything too.
Okay.
Okay, so and right, hey, do you know where's Toro?
Toro's in the 600.
Oh, está en los 600. Okay, cause I'm gonna talk to him so he can take that one too.
Okay.
Okay, and so you're gonna be in front, so whatever Tony was doing, so
okay,
you're gonna start doing everything. And,
okay.
And Tony can help you.
Okay, because Stoney had Supermax, Medium North, South, and East, and just so you know, I was assisting him, and we're in contact with everybody, and everybody's reporting to us, so everything's already,
Okay, so we just gonna change the papers.
Okay, good.
So you're gonna be in front, and he can assist you.
Okay, I got one question.
Yeah.
What's the deal with Psycho from East Side Longos? Do you talk to him?
Look, because the team, there's like 3-4 cycles on Longos.
This was from the Malditos.
Oh, it's from the Malditos.
His last name is hey, fool. His last name is, I'll tell you right now. Hey, fool, come here. Hey, do you know Cosmo, right?
Yeah, Cosmo, yeah.
From the Chicos?
Yeah, Cosmo.
Yeah, he's right here with me. He told me to tell you hi.
He knows me.
Yeah, I know he knows you.
So much for discretion and not naming names. They're naming names, they're giving up barrios, they're giving up last names. And this is what makes this of such evidentiary value, right? If you're looking at it from an investigator standpoint, the cops are listening to this. They're hearing every word they're saying. This is a call that was extracted from the ITMS, right? And all jail and correctional facilities, they have an inmate telephone monitoring system, and the calls are immediately recorded and stored in the cloud somewhere, and they're retrievable for up to 7 years. And this is just a wealth of information about who's running what facilities, which facilities they're controlling, who they're placing in power to collect and represent, and what modules. And you heard there's the 600th floor, East Max, South Max, Wayside Medium North, Wayside Max. They're mentioning them all right here, and they are in control of that. And that was Lalo Martinez, who was in control of these facilities.
He told me. He's standing right next to me.
Órale.
Hey.
Oh.
And listen.
So what's the deal with Psycho?
Psycho is me and him we're good. He's in the 900s. I just wanted to know if you were in contact with him, but he's a good guy. His palabra means a lot to me, you know what I'm saying? But I just wanted to know if you were in touch with him. But I just want to let you know.
Maybe I know him. Because I've been for 20 years on Longo.
Right.
But there's like 3-4 cycles on Longo. That's why.
Yeah, he's from Malditos.
From Malditos. Maybe I know him.
His last name is Castaneda.
Castaneda, his last name?
Yeah, but no, I was just curious. But this is the question I have. Güero. The big question I have is am I going to get any palabra on paper from maybe
Look, I'm gonna put in contact your wife to with the Speedy. Okay, because the Speedy, he's the one who's doing everything, all like in Calipat, Ironwood, all the steel jars.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give you a Speedy's number, and you can call to him straight out.
Okay, I got another question.
So let me comment on that. Michael Sperling asked Güero if he's going to get any kind of confirmation on paper. He wants a kite or a letter that can be displayed, like a driver's license. That's what they used to call them, driver's licenses. But that's the antiquated way, and it's still in effect in about 2012, 2010. In that era, people would get little kites written in microscript saying that they had control of a specific area, but this created a lot of chaos in the 90s, where multiple Mexican Mafia members were writing multiple individuals on different prison yards, and each carnal would give their buddies, or the people that were corresponding with them, the authority to use their name. So you may have 5-6 guys on one yard saying, hey, I represent this carnal, I control this yard, and another guy saying, no, I represent this carnal because I have this letter here. And it became chaotic. Hundreds of sureños and camaradas got hit as a result of these letters and control of the yards. That's why the creation of the Mesa System came around. And there is a Mesa System in play here. You're listening to Mesa members discuss business right now on the phone. But that's why it's so important to Michael Sperling. If anybody questions his authority, he has the ability to display his credentials in the form of written communication from a Mexican Mafia member or somebody in authority. To me, if I'm just listening to it at first blush, this guy lacks competence, he lacks leadership skills, he doesn't have what it takes. He's being led by his woman into this situation, and he wants to make sure his bases are covered. He doesn't sound like leadership material to me, but again, I could be wrong. He could be the best leader in the world. I never met the guy. This was actually my case, but I never actually testified against him. I was scheduled to, but it never materialized.
Okay, in the county, right? They had two vatos, right? A vato named Pete from Pomona 12th Street and Little John. So then two vatos got they got replaced, right?
Yeah.
So now they're no longer got the condado, right?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. That's why Speedy, look, Speedy, he's
now-
gonna start working on that. Yeah. On
Okay,
the
so,
look,
uh-huh.
wherever you know you have a contact, and
Yeah.
you know some people, you know, whenever you have contact or something, and you
Uh-huh.
want to put somebody on there, you know, just do it.
Yeah. Just so you know, since you know Cosmo, you know,
Yeah.
he's got the 800s, and I'm gonna leave him having the 800, the whole piece hole, you know?
Okay. Yeah. And share photo to get the 600.
Okay, but listen, pero,
Yeah.
you know, the next question, basically, which is important to me, is if you could shoot palabras in 1750, and they could shoot palabras to me on paper, letting everybody know that this is all me, I'd appreciate that, just so I can have it on paper. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, look, I'm gonna talk to look.
There again is the lack of self-confidence, right? Look, I know if I received communication from somebody who's tied the place and says that the carnal gave me this yard, that I got it from my girl as well. She spoke directly with him. I wouldn't need a piece of paper. I would wield that authority the way it was given to me. This guy wants it for the one individual, the doubting Thomas, that comes along and says, how do we know that you're representing this carnal? Well, if somebody did that to me, I would wreck them immediately. Like, you're questioning my authority? I told you I wasn't. That means that I am. And that's all there is to it. Because that kind of dissension, that kind of doubt, it's infectious, right? It just takes one guy to come along and create that doubt among camaradas. Yeah, how do we know he's representing the carnal? How do we know he's saying this? How do we know he's not just name dropping? But if you willpower with a sense of justice in this world, right? In this underworld, right? If you're fair, if you're even-handed, if you're savvy, if you're politically savvy and socially savvy, you wield that power effectively. And you don't need a piece of paper to back you up. You just do it, right? You're a leader, and that's it. You've been chosen for your leadership skills and your leadership qualities, your internal fortitude. This guy is not showing it here. One more minute of this, and we're going to end this session in approximately 1 minute.
To Speedy, let me call Speedy, and I'm tell him to send some number to your wife.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you can contact with him. You can be in contact with him, and they can send you a letter.
Okay. So
Look, right now, you know, I don't know if you hear about Cholo, Tito, and all them. You know?
Cholo?
Yeah, the new.
Yeah, for East Side Trece. Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck with-
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay, they know me. They are in contact with me. So
And
I'm gonna talk to them. And let me see how we gonna do it. Send you a letter, you know.
Okay. Well,
But I'm gonna put you in contact with Speedy.
okay, so that's good. If you could just give me that contact number and try to give me that on paper, that would be good. And so when does the new PO? When do I get the new PO box?
Man, this guy's filled with questions. Never ask questions. This guy wants answers to everything, and I think it's a fatal flaw. I really think it's a fatal flaw. If I was the guy in charge, I would have said, no, he asks too many questions. He's unsure of himself. He can't wield power. Because he seems like he can't. With that said, folks, that is another episode of Wicked Women. Lisa Sperling's going to get back on the line here shortly. We'll continue with this call. It's an extensive call, so I'm going to break it up into episodes. This is episode 1 of Wicked Women of the on Lisa Sperling. Lisa Barbosa, excuse me. Michael Sperling is her boyfriend or husband. Hope you like the segment, folks. As always, leave a comment, like, share, hit the notification bell, and hit that hype button. Remember to go to Patreon, and if you want to listen to these unedited calls in their entirety, you can. That option is there. Without further ado, peace out, folks. Have a wonderful day and be safe.